Now today we will discuss the last chapter of the syllabus, it is chapter 27. This is regarding accounting in a computerized environment. So let us try to understand what is the meaning of computerized environment and how it differs from the manual environment and what needs to be done to take care of computerized environment. So as we know, with the advent of computers, the use of computers and its peripherals in the maintenance of accounts and preparation of financial statements has been on the increase. That means almost everybody now, almost every business is resorting to the use of computers for the maintenance of accounts as well as finalization of the financial statements. Even small businesses are also started using computers for the purpose of accounting. So computerized accounting means when all the accounting operations are performed on the computer, it is called computerized accounting. A computer accounting system runs based on accounting software such as Tally. That means different accounting softwares are developed and these softwares help us to maintain books of accounts in the computer. Either it could be a PC, that is a personal computer, or it could be a laptop also. Now, what are the advantages of a computerized environment? As you know, computers are very speedy. That means speed is one of the most important features of the computerized environment. Second is of course accuracy. Computers are very accurate. Unless there are mistakes made by human beings in manually inputting data, the results will always be accurate. If there are no mistakes in inputting, then the output will be accurate. So accuracy is one of the most important features of a computerized accounting. Then based on the data generated, various reports can be generated by the computer. That means we do not have to take special care to generate different reports. Then we have economy in the use of other materials such as paper, etc. So all these can be seen on the screen. There is no need to print any of the reports, and for certain purposes of course printing becomes essential, but otherwise there is no need for printing of reports. Then multiple users can use the system at the same time. As you must have seen in the banking, lot of people sitting on the counter will be using different computers and will be accessing the same kind of information. That means multiple users can be accessing the same system simultaneously at any point of time. This leads to better efficiency and better customer service. So normally certain terms are very commonly used in the computerized environment. You have to understand the meaning of them. One is called the data. Data is the raw data which is inputted into the computer system. A record is a data input which has been put in the computer is called a record, and you have a data file or simply known as a file. That means anything created and stored in a particular file is called a data file. And then you have the system which will consist of the operating systems, the application software and the hardware. All these are known as the system which we use in a computerized accounting. Now let us understand the difference between a computerized accounting and manual accounting. Banks for a long time were using manual accounting. That means everything was recorded manually. We used to have paper bound ledgers and we used to have paper bound books of accounts for different things. Instead of that, now everything is put in the form of a computer. So the data stored in case of a computer is not visible. Whatever data you want to access only can be brought on the screen and that can be accessed and seen. Otherwise data will be lying in electronic form in the hard disk or in some of the other storage devices. Hence for the purpose of auditing, the trail of events becomes very difficult to establish. That too, how the entries have been put through, what are the different steps which have gone into the putting through the entry are difficult to establish. So this is one of the main drawbacks of computerized accounting, where trail of event becomes very difficult to establish. Accounting data can be manipulated to generate various other report statements, because the computers are so versatile that data can be manipulated to generate various reports, and this data need not be accurate. If the manipulation is done with malified intentions, then the reports will be not correct. That means they will not be representing the true and fair view of the financial accounts. But there are certain advantages in terms of computerized accounting. One is, as we have already seen, the accounting is accurate, it can be processed at very high speeds, and the cost of operations is much lower compared to manual operations. Then we have the availability of various reports from the same accounting data. The accounting data can be used to generate various kinds of report depending on the need for a different kind of report. That means different managers can have access to different kinds of report based on which they can take decisions. And another important characteristic of or advantage of computerized accounting is error free accounting. That means unless there are mistakes made manually in inputting, the entire data will be error free. Computers will not make mistakes. Mistakes, if any, will be only on account of human errors. Then automatic completion of all records by feeding only one entry into the computer. That means, for example, if you generalize the entries by putting debits and credits, all other consequent operations will be taken care of by the computer. For example, ledger posting will be automatically done by the computer. That will again further take them into the trial balance sheet and then finally into the financial statement, such as profit and loss account and balance sheet account. So the moment you enter the entries debit and credit, all these get translated into the final product in the form of a balance sheet and a profit and loss account. And multiple sets of printouts can be made available. That means the printouts can be taken by different people at different places and they can be used. These are some of the important advantages of computerized accounting. There are of course certain disadvantages. One is requirement of special software programs. In order to run accounting program, a software has to be developed. Such software is called the application software. But these days, because of lot of competition and the need for use of software, different software companies have developed application softwares to take care of accounting programs. So many of them are available readily in the market. Therefore, to that extent, this disadvantage has been taken care of. Then computerized accounting needs qualified staff for operation. That means people should have some knowledge of the operations of the computers, and therefore we need some people who are qualified to handle the operations. Then the peripherals and the stationery used in computer systems are costly. For example, printing, for the purpose of printing we need printing paper, we also need printing ink, and these have become very costly. Though the system itself may be cheaper, but peripherals these days normally cost very much. And a regular backup required, because anything can happen with the computer, we need to have a proper backup stored separately. Therefore, this is very essential. And finally, because of the growth of computer viruses, maintaining computer accounting has become very hazardous, because there is likelihood of the entire information being lost on account of viruses. There are certain softwares, as I said, available in the market which are ready-made. That means they are able to take care of all the accounting requirements of different entities, whether it is a company or a partnership firm, or whether the size of business is small or big. All these softwares available in the market are able to cater to the needs of the business. So some of these softwares are, one is Tally, the other is called Bank 2000, then we have Banks 24 core banking solutions, then we have AUDIT Audit OR and Audit Time, that is AUDIT IME, that is Audit Time it is called. Then we have a Quick FA. These are some of the important softwares available in the market for the purpose of accounting. And now let us try to understand how computerization has come into the banking industry, what has been the scope and what has been the experience of people in the banking industry as far as computerization is concerned. So as we know, computerized bank operations have become the norm now. That means we have a system of online banking. So as soon as a customer goes to a bank, he will be meeting an employee of the bank who will be putting all the data in the computer. It is called a computer terminal. That means all entries are now being put through the computer terminals. Then all the accounting therefore is done through computer. So therefore it is called computerized accounting. And even acceptance of deposits, whatever entries are need to be passed, are also put through the computers. Lending facilities or remittances of the bank, clearing of checks, standing instructions given by the customers to the bank for the purpose of either remittance or payment, then centralized banking, then automated banking. These are some of the developments which have taken place in the banking. And as you must have noticed, no, the banks have been able to improve their services on account of automation. Nowadays we hear of 24/7 banking, in which case most of the customers are able to access banking services all throughout the day and night, and because of this the cost also have come down and the customer service also has improved considerably. And for this purpose banks have introduced what is known as core banking solutions. For this we need to understand what are the core banking components used by the banks. So core banking components include core bank financial institution infrastructure. That means each bank must have infrastructure to undertake core banking solutions. Then core bank product build. That means products have to be built keeping in mind the computerized environment in which these products are to be sold. Then core bank customer management, customer overview. This also has to be done. Then we have core bank account administration. Somebody to take care of the account administration in a core banking environment. Then core bank payments, and then we have core bank management information. The last one is particularly important because the computers can be used to generate all kinds of management information which is useful for different layers of management to take management decisions. And therefore core banking, they say, is highly beneficial to the banking industry. Some of the benefits of core banking are as under. One is it enables the bank's CRM strategy, that is customer relationship management strategy, by providing a robust operational customer database and customer administration. So because there is a very good database created in terms of computer information on the customers, that information can be used to develop the customer relationship management programs. Then we have cost savings and improved customer service. Because of the cost savings, the customers are becoming happier, and there is improvement in the customer service also, because customers need not have to wait long in a core banking branch. Then support portfolio growth with a fast track product build component. Then we deliver speed to market in terms of product development. New products can be developed in no time and they can be brought to the market. This will increase the range of products being sold to the customers. Then it facilitates increased productivity and reduction of errors. So the efficiency of the staff will naturally go up and there will be less errors committed because of the use of computerized accounting. It supports multi-currency operations. If a bank is involved in handling different currencies, particularly those banks which have got lot of international bank exposure, they will be handling lot of currencies, and so multi-currency operations can be handled easily by the computerized environment. Then increased business and operational efficiency. Because of this, the staff will be able to devote more time for marketing of business, for development of business, rather than on the accounting aspects. Therefore, there will be more business in the books of the bank, and this will also increase the operational efficiency of the bank. Then management information system, as I said, for compliance, for risk management and profitability analysis. All the information can be used for compliance of the various regulations which all banks are required to comply with. They may be either in terms of the Banking Regulation Act, or in terms of the Reserve Bank of India Act, or in terms of the various acts which each bank is required to comply with. Then risk management also has become very, very important in the bank's portfolio. So this information available on the computers can be used for proper risk management procedures, and banks also can use this information for analyzing its profitability and taking steps wherever necessary to improve profitability of the bank's operations.